We have a new second generation Bose QuietComfort, and Bose promises better call quality. They promise improved design, so it should be a bit more comfortable, and also improved sound quality with that immersive audio that we get on here. So they've taken some technology that we usually find on the Ultra series. They've put it on this one here for $359. And to be honest with you, right up front, in today's market where we have things like Nothing Headphone 1, this might be a hard sell this time, but this is a technology that you can trust. This is Bose. This is something that they've been doing for a very long time, and we're going to talk about it. Well, this is the case that it comes in when you open the box and unbox it, and it's a hard shell case with a zip on it as well. There's no tab or anything like that to help you hold it or anything like that. So you still get a bit of this bulk with you to carry everywhere if you're going to be storing it and that kind of stuff. So we open it up. The cables you get is you get this USB-C to USB-C cable, which is fantastic because it means you can actually charge the new second generation Bose QuietComfort whilst you're wearing it. So good for phone calls. If you're sitting in an office and you're using this for phone calls, for example, that would be a really good use case for that one. And then you get a USB-C to audio jack, which is good for flight, for example. So if you're going to be catching those flights where you don't want to use the one that's been provided by the airline, this would be the one that you need without having to carry another adapter with you, which I think that's a really good idea. And also good for listening to lossless audio. So you can plug this in directly and you'll be able to listen to that 24-bit lossless audio. And then the pair of headphones themselves, I've actually just left them in the box as they were. So sorry, the case as they were. So I've been using it. You can see like fingerprint all over it, that kind of stuff. So I wanted to leave it that way, not wipe it clean, because I wanted to talk about the fact that this does attract fingerprint. So you're gonna have to just keep wiping it or whatever. But some of the things that they promise is more comfort. So this synthetic leather area on the ear cups, they're a bit more comfortable than the previous generation, which isn't too bad. And they've got this quirky left and right writing on the inside as well in this font, which is kind of interesting. It looks like a racing sort of related font. But anyway, right, left. The left looks like a 107. Turn the other way. But yeah, you can fold it all the way like this, which is good. It means it's nice and compact, so you can almost put this in your pocket. It fits in your pocket if you really want to. And then they've also said this industrial design that they've got going on, which means it's a bit comfortable, it's better. This rotates as well, by the way. So when you wear around your neck, it's rotating. It rotates and makes it comfortable to wear. And you can adjust the headbands like so as well. This is meant to be nice and easy to slide forwards and backwards, but I find it quite stiff. Unless you set it already, but I think the best way to actually adjust it is by placing it on your head. So yeah, right and left. And then it's easy to just slide it up. I say it's easy, but actually it's not the most comfortable thing to slide up and down. It is very strong, as you can see there. You can almost bend it flat without worrying about snapping it. And you got this cushion area there as well, which makes it comfortable to wear on your head. But generally, this oval shape is snazzy in terms of making it look modern. And also, we have 6 microphone system there for the active noise cancellation, which means it will keep noise at bay as much as possible. And then we also get something called Bose Immersive Audio. This is something, like I said, previously only on Ultra series, but we get that on here as well, which is not a bad thing at all. You got improved noise cancellation as well. They've got the Active Sense, which is better in terms of controlling or adapting to sudden noise spike. So if you're on the train or whatever and the noise changes in the environment that you're in, you can easily it will adjust accordingly without giving you that sudden change in the way that it's actively cancelling the noise. And also you got all the buttons around it as well. So USB-C ports is there, your power button as well as the button to pair it up with new devices is there. This is Bluetooth 5.4 with multipoint. It supports Google Fast Pair as well, which is good. And you got your main button there on the side as well. And all the microphones, you can see them, the holes and stuff like that. So basic stuff that you expect really from Bose are all there ready to go. This is lightweight as well. This is just weighs 230 grams, is lighter. Honestly, it feels so light. It's almost too cheap feeling for me. Whenever I just brought it out of the box case the first time, I was like, oh, this feels kind of cheap, but you know, at $359, but it's not a problem. I think having it lightweight just means you can wear this out and about, not feeling it too much in your head. You can wear it for a long period of time without worrying about it as well. In this auto temperature here, your ear cups does get sweaty as well, so something to bear in mind. But obviously that's something that's very common with over-the-air headphones. So I wouldn't say that's a massive thing to judge this by any means. So the battery, it will last just as before. You got 24 hours, but if you have the immersive audio settings on, you got 18 hours there. This will charge very quickly. You're talking 3 hours, and this will get you full charge as well. Shorter charge will give you, I think, 2.5 hours use or something like that. But yeah, all the specs are on the website if you want to check out the specs in full detail. But let's talk about the app as well, because you see some new settings on there. While I load up the app and show you what you get on the app, one of the things I noticed as well, could be wrong, there's no like overhead on-head detection or anything like that. So you have to keep powering it on and off by yourself on the button there. And if you forget to turn this off, it just means that you're going to end up draining your battery. But I will dig deeper into the settings and see if there's anything else that I can do in that sense. But this is the app itself, very minimalist. I like what they've done, very clean. It gives you the headphones there, and you see the battery life is there as well. And if you press this button on the side there, it goes back again to see all the lists of all your devices. But if it's just the Bose headphone you got, like myself here, this one in particular, then it comes up on there. And they've got this little learn about additional features there. You can go through that if you want, or you can just cancel it out. The settings button on the corner there, so you can change the product name up there. You can do product updates as well. Bluetooth connectivity options are here. You got multipoint, so you can connect to multiple devices. We'll come back out. And then you've got things like shortcut, noise control. So if you got to sound and noise control, you've actually got noise cancellation, which means you can toggle that on here. And then you go to noise cancellation. You can adjust that noise cancellation in stages, which I think is quite cool that you can do that on here. We go back out, and then we've got things like immersive audio, which they've introduced to this. It's a bit like spatial audio, really. So you can try the demo if you want. You can have it off, you can have it still, you can have it in motion. So you can calibrate the headphones as well to fit the scenarios to make sure that it works exactly the way it's intended to. And then you got equalizer as well. So you can change things like your bass and mid and treble. Very simple, nothing complicated in terms of having multiple bands of things to play with. You can have bass boost, bass reducer, treble reducer, or treble boost, or you can move this up and down to suit your preference to whatever music. You can also reset it as well if you think you've gone too far. If you come back out, we go further down. You got self voice, you got medium, you got auto off. So this is where you can have it to turn off after a while. So again, at the start when I was saying there's no detection, there's actually auto off on here. So I beg your pardon there. You can actually just set it to turn itself off after 5 minutes, 20 minutes, never, whatever you want. You can do exactly just that to save your battery life. You got a voice prompt languages there as well, technical information, and so on is all there for you to play with if you want to look at those. But on the main menu, straightforward. Again, you got modes. So here you can have quiet, aware, you can have immersion, and then you got immersion type. So at the moment you got cinema. So you can add more on there. So you got commute, you got focus, you got home, you got music, outdoor, relax, walk. You got all kind of different option there that you can have your mode in, and you can name your own as well, I think, on there. But yeah, you can have all those options there. If you tap this 3 dots here, it gives you more options in terms of what you can do with it. So things like noise cancellation is locked here because I've done it in, it's fixed actually. It says noise cancellation is fixed in camera mode, cinema mode, camera mode. And then you scroll up, you got off still, you got motion, but it's fixed in terms of those settings that you can actually do in this mode. If you go to immersion here, we tap that 3 dot again. We can have motion already, everything just nice and locked into place for those mode. If you add here, so if you did like commute, for example, you can then change the things yourself. So you can have it customized. So you got wind block if you want for your options. Stills there, motions there again. So you can have all these extra options and then save it once you're happy with exactly what you wanted to do. You can have it as favorite there. So really cool stuff. And then we got source. So again, this is where you can change from devices with a multipoint. And then when we go back to noise control here, again, same as the settings as we got before. You can turn it off completely as well if you want to. And then everything else is there in terms of shortcuts. So as you can see there, that button can do different things. You can assign it. So if you press that, you can assign it to Spotify as well, which is really cool. So if you tap that, it just means it will load up Spotify straight away when you tap it, and you can start playing music no matter what you're doing. If you close that, and then you've got tips available as well. Again, EQs there, same thing I've shown before. But that's pretty much everything in the app and what you can do with it. I think it's straightforward, very easy to use. And I think once you've done it once in terms of all the major settings, that's pretty much about it. You don't have to do it over and over and over again or keep changing it, but you can do if you want to do that. That's entirely up to you. So how does it actually perform in terms of sound quality, call quality, all those things that they said they've improved on this. You can actually hear the plastic a bit as I'm playing with it. And this sharp corners as well, by the way, in here. So just be careful when you rotate it and stuff like that. It can be quite sharp, actually. But anyway, back to the sound quality and call quality. I think the call quality could be better. One of the things to say is improved, but what I find is when I'm making phone calls, people find my sound a bit compressed, which I think is just all the systems in there doing this the best they can to make sure that people can hear me clearly, especially in public. So that's something to bear in mind. When it comes to sound quality, I think this is bass biased. So when I'm listening to music, I find it that sometimes I'm having to reduce the bass a bit and then go maybe more mid. And then sometimes it's more treble when I'm listening to podcasts and stuff. I change it around a little bit. I change those modes in the settings to suit those things. So I change it around depending on what I'm doing. But I think it's very bass bias, but not so heavy that it becomes annoying. It's something that you can tweak to suit your preference. But that's something I would say in sound quality. Immersive mode is definitely something that really matters on here to make the sound a bit better. When you're listening to music, when you connect via cable, again, improves the sound quality, obviously, especially when you connect it to things like Apple lossless or Spotify lossless. I think you get a slightly bit of improvement in sound quality. So I'm glad that they've included that in terms of one of the features in things that you can do with this. So that's, again, a bonus when you're buying one of these. But I think overall, there are plenty of options on the market nowadays when it comes to this segment. And I'm talking people like Nothing Headphone 1, that's a really good alternative to this. If it's something that you're looking at, it's cheaper. But the thing is, you're going to look at the Ultra, you're getting all the goodies with the Ultra model for a thing like 90 quid more or something like that. So I think you might end up just thinking, you know what, let me just save extra and go for the Ultra, which offers all the singing and dancing things that you get. Active noise cancellation is still pretty good on here. This is one of the things that Bose are very, very good at from day one, and that's still pretty good here. One of the things I have with noise cancellation, though, is sometimes I just feel so cocooned into place that I almost feel like suffocated. So every now and then I have to like just release it, almost like I'm releasing the air to allow me to feel like just breathe for a second. But that's a personal preference thing. So it might not be how everyone feels in terms of experiencing noise cancellation. But other than that, though, I think it's decent. It's not bad at all. And it's available in other colors as well. So this just feels like something I will easily just fold away like that and just chuck it in my bag, throw it around and not worry too much about, you know, scratching it up or damaging it and stuff like that. I think it's built for that purpose. So just grab and go, easy to use. But yeah, anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you have any questions, drop them there as well. I'll do my best to answer your questions. Hopefully I haven't rambled on for too long. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.